G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. How are we all doing on this interesting afternoon? If you look ahead, we've got dark blue skies. It is pouring with rain down there. To our left, we've got nice sunsets and what I assume will be at least enough time to get a short video out, because it's supposed to be raining all day today, but it's been relatively okay. But I do have a topic today, ladies and gentlemen. It's bloody freezing. It's not the topic though. But I tell you, we had a whole 2 weeks of summer and now it's cold as ice. I don't understand what the hell happened. Is this learner going to hit me? No, they're taking their time. But before we get into the topic, ladies and gents, g'day, welcome to the channel. My name is Nathan. If you like my content, I talk about motorbikes and motorcycle related stuff. If you want more of it, please subscribe. Come get in there. Look at all my backlog of videos, man. Take it easy, keep it cheesy and all that good stuff. There's a whole bunch of motorbike things there if you like it. Otherwise, leave a like and a comment and let's boogie. And ladies and gentlemen, look, the longer I ride, the more my mature side of me can say, look, there's a thing called too much bike and there's a thing called not enough bike. Now look, does that always mean I'm going to listen to it? Yes and no. It depends on the bike. So I was thinking just before this, and that is, for your average commuter motorcycle, you know what? There is a healthy limit, okay? And I reckon that healthy limit lies somewhere between the 4 to 650, range. 400 cc's to 650 cc's. But we are going to make an exception, and that is for the MT-03 and the R3 platform. Usually the 300s, leave a little bit to be desired. But I think the MT-03, the R3 platform do give enough that you can enjoy them without them being too underwhelming, if that makes sense. Alright? Now, I'm not going to include the 600cc sport bikes because they're a different level when it comes to power. I will include the XJ6, even though it's an R6 engine, but it's a detuned one. But when we're talking about these things, I'm talking like your CB650, your CBR650. They're a different style of engine. They're made for more torque. Your R7s, MT-07s, your CBR 500s, your Ninja 4 500s, all of those sort of bikes, and even your R660 and your Toronto 660, which I think is on the upper end of these things, is exactly the perfect level of engine for your motorbike for street use, because you do not need a bike that can hit so ridiculous levels of power and speed for your average commute, because it's just not necessary. You don't need a 200 horsepower machine just to commute. You don't need a Ducati, a Panigale, or a Street Fighter V4. Diablo V4s even, I think, kind of crap. You don't need all of that, is what I'm saying, to do your regular riding. I'm talking about your daily bikes, your commuting bikes. Your CF Moto 450s, all right, are great bikes for this category. They got that nice exhaust note, they look good. And I know there's CF Motos and everyone's got their own opinion to talk about CF Motos, but hey dude, they're okay. They do the job. They work, mostly. Bender would be in that same sort of category, although I think their bikes are a little bit too heavy. But I haven't ridden one. I don't know how they actually perform. They might actually feel just fine. And look, they are cruiser bikes. They're not bloody rocket ships. So I don't think it matters too much in that regard. Because come on, dude. You don't need all the power in the world for a bike to bloody work. And the category of commuter stuff, it looks good. But take for me my Rebel 500, okay? This bike is 192 kilos. It's got a 471cc engine. It makes about 50 Newton meters of torque. It makes about 47 horsepower. Is that a lot in terms of motorbike power? Not at all. But guess what? It does everything I need it to do just fine. It's the only bike I've owned, ever. Yes, I know other bikes are better. I've ridden them. But guess what? This video is about enough. Knowing when you have enough. Not about, I want more. Do I want an 1800cc or 1900cc cruiser? Yes, I'd love one. Is it too much bike? Yes. I was actually doing this little comparison the other day because one of the boys in the Defiant crew has a Yamaha Striker, and I hadn't heard of the Yamaha Striker. All I know is they have a real bit of a soft spot between first and second gear where they're not quite happy. Either way, that's a 1300cc Revy little cruiser. Very, very good bike, okay? It's got enough power, it's got enough oomph, and I think it's a bit underrated from what I'm seeing. A lot of people don't seem to give it the love. I actually thought about potentially getting one, but that's not what I want. But if I had no money for even longer than I do, I mean, it might be more and more of an option, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? So, what we're doing is going, look, I understand the Harleys are cool, the Indians are nice, I like those bigger engines, but are they enough? Yes, they're too much. You don't need that much engine. You will be just fine with something small. I can assure you, a V-Star 650 is enough bike for most people. Most of the guys in our little crew have had V-Stars or ride V-Stars, and they do just fine. In fact, one of them's just lost his license riding a V-Star. So believe you me, they have enough power to do all of the stupidities as well as the fun stuff, okay? Yes, the bigger engines are more fun, and I'm never going to dispute that. The bigger engine will always be more enjoyable. It's always going to have more torque, more acceleration. Now, depending on what kind of engine getup it is, the bigger isn't always better. Like a 1000cc sports bike will demolish any 1000cc and up cruiser. I mean, like, goddamn, even your 2.5 litre cruiser will not beat a super sport bike. That's just they don't do that, man. It's just not a thing. Now I'm gonna try and absolutely launch it through here because there's no actual turn here. So once this light changes, I've got a boogie. All right, away we go. We did make it through that section. A little bit sketchy. Look at how different the weather is in this direction. Like over there, sunshine and beautiful. This way, it's gloom. Oh God. Good thing I'm not heading far in this direction. I'm only just going to go to the main road, but that looks horrible. Looks like it's about to bloody piss down with rain. It probably is raining down out that way, honestly. Up north, it tends to rain a bit more. But man, I just wish more people would stop being so blinded by numbers on engines and be happy with something else, because you don't need the best thing in the world to be happy. And honestly, sometimes you might find that the bigger might even be less enjoyable for you, because don't get me wrong, an RSV4 versus an RS660. Let's use this as an experiment, because I love the RSV4. It's my favorite super sport bike. All right. Is the RSV4 better? Yes, in every single way. But would I enjoy an RSV4 more? In the short term, yes. In the long term, no. Because, one, it's more expensive to own because of insurance and everything, petrol usage. And two, I can't use it because Australia's speed limit, the maximum we get in Victoria is 110, and Northern Territory used to have a speedless zone, but now it's 130. The first gear, man, I won't even get to redline the bike in first gear legally, ever. Because the red line on that bike's like 160, 170 Ks, all right? Whereas the smaller engine bike, I will be able to enjoy. I can redline the bike. I can thrash the bike. It's smaller. It's nimbler. It's cheaper. Is it faster? No, but it's still just as enjoyable. I wish more people would understand enjoyment is important. And yes, I get it. I can enjoy a bigger bike. Yeah, but you enjoy it more by breaking the law. Okay? Now, as your daily bikes, you don't need to have the bike that is the fastest thing in the world. I mean, look at me. I commute on a Honda Rebel, like daily, a Honda Rebel. Is the Rebel 1100 better? Sure! I'd probably actually really like a Rebel 1100. But it's not about what I'd like, it's about being okay with something else. You don't need, okay? That's the thing, it's about need. I don't need an 1100. Would I like one over this? Sure I would, but do I need it to be happy on the bike? Not in the slightest. This bike will do everything I need comfortably. And the one thing I do love to see in my YouTube comments is people just going, oh, you're just coping because you can't afford a bigger bike. No, I get how that can come across because I can't afford a bigger bike. But look, I've ridden bigger bikes, okay? That's not like I come from no experience. I've ridden bigger bikes. My friends own bigger bikes, and even they say the same thing. Like good old Huey with the MT-09 even literally goes, look, dude, I love that bike, but it is too much bike. And look, if you can't understand the idea of too much engine and too much bike for the road, you're not mature enough as a rider, okay? And now don't think that I'm saying that just too much engine you shouldn't have one. No. Let's get that out of the way. It's a bit late to say that point, but you can have a bike that's too much bike and know that it's too much bike, okay? That's fine. You can understand that it's too much bike and still want one and buy one. That is fine. I know for a fact my next bike that I'm looking to buy is too much bike, and you know what? I'm gonna be just happy with it. But it's, once again, it's not about want, it's about need. You don't need the super torquey, super horsepowery bike. You need something that does the job. And that's what I'm saying. The smaller engine bikes are just okay for that. And honestly, look, if you get a small engine bike, you will thrash the twisties like there's no tomorrows without any stress or issue, and you will destroy some people on bigger bikes in twisties. if your skill is good enough. It's how crazy the idea of these smaller engine bikes. Because they're so small and nimble, they can do some crazy stuff, man. I cannot see behind me. This car's high beams are blinding me, or it's just the LEDs, and they're bloody ridiculous lights, man. I swear we are going from red light to red light. But that's okay. We're almost done with this video anyway. We can fit through here. Oh, we can get through real friggin' nice. Hell yeah. And look at that. This is a good reason to say small bikes, man. Small engines, narrower bikes, easier lane filtering, baby, means less traffic. Can't do that on a bloody Rocket 3 or a Boulevard or a Bender, for God's sakes. Those Bender 700s, not a chance will you fit through that bloody gap. Those things are huge. But that's pretty much it, man. Knowing what you can be happy with versus what you need are two separate stats that you will understand the more mature you become as an individual and a rider, not just one. Because if you're an immature bastard, you're never going to come to this point regardless of how much someone tells you. It's one of those things that you need to understand yourself for yourself, okay? But this is my video. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. Look, you don't have to take my advice. It's just advice, okay? You can love it, you can hate it. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just happy to give even one person some hope. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much all I got time for. I'm going to be stuck in some traffic now, so take it easy. Keep it cheesy. It's time to love you, it's time to leave you. So have a good day. Oh boy. And peace. Bye.